What's up, YouTube? This is Wizzdome. I wanted to touch up today on a few things that Mr. Gray had said about AI-generated content, and explain some of the things that I agree with and some of the things that I think are a little maybe controversial, but still. My first thought on this is, okay, you got people creating content and they're making things such as cat videos, dog videos, stuff like that. But you also have the deep fakes and things like that, where they use a realistic style in an AI generated video generation type thing. And it should be disclaimed. And YouTube has said that it should be disclaimed that it is AI generated. But if you look at the comments on these videos, even though you may know that it's generated by AI, there's a lot of people that don't. And you can see it in the comments. Oh, that is so scary. I don't know how he could have handled a bobcat like that. Or, that bear would have eaten me to death or something like that. You know, and people just genuinely believe the content that they see on YouTube. Because just like the saying about Facebook back in the day, if it's on YouTube, it must be real. Seeing is believing, right? Well, seeing is believing is becoming a whole different thing. However, there are things that you can tell just by looking at AI and the images that you see. Now, is it copyrightable? It should be. When you use an AI to do something, it's just enhancing your idea. Whether your idea is, I just want a snowfall background, or a claymation figure walking through a snowy field, or Beardo playing guitar. But when I do my stuff, I try to use animation instead of realistic. I mean, sometimes realistic is okay, but the quirks that it has, the things that it does, really gives it away. And I think that's hilarious, to be honest, and I find it funny, and I enjoy watching those types of things that aren't deceiving or underhandedly put out there to elicit emotional responses for the video content. But, again, is it copyrightable? By law, some of it is, and some of it isn't. But here's the trick. Has the person who put the video out there even copyrighted their material? Chances are, no. Now, these video AI generation programs out there can be used, some of them say for commercial use, which is fine, but they also disclaim that in order to be eligible for copyright, they have to have meaningful input from a human and at least more than just make me a video. Make me a video to this song, or make me a video of this. That's poor creativity. I mean, it might be a good idea, but if the AI comes up with it all for you, then it's going to show in your video content. I mean, literally, it's going to show in your video content. that you had absolutely no creativity. And when you go to something like ChatGPT and you say, write me a script of a story about a dog seeing his owner for the first time after 6 months, and you use that story, you don't change any of it, don't alter it, don't even bother looking through it to correct any of the spelling or grammar mistakes or any of the thought that was put into it by the AI, because right down at the bottom where you type in your words for what you want the AI to do for you, it says right underneath there, AI can make mistakes. Please check all important information, because it does make mistakes. AI is still in its infancy. This right here is a child's drawing. And as detailed as it is, and as well put together as it is, it still has its quirks and its weirdnesses. But it's done exactly what I've asked it to do. Have I copyrighted it? No. I'm not trying to get paid off of the videos that I put out right now. In the future, if I want to go on that avenue, I can, but I'm not looking at that. But what I would like to see, and what I think I should start doing, is putting a disclaimer before each one of my videos saying that exactly what I say in my video descriptions. Because nobody reads the video descriptions, just like what Mr. Gray has said. And if they don't read the descriptions, they watch your video, and they believe that it's real, then you are guilty of faking. As weird as that may seem, if you have people in your comments section worried or emotionally commenting on something that you put out, believing that your content was real, then you're guilty of faking. And that's something that may be coming up on my channel in the future real soon, maybe even as soon as my next video, to demonstrate that if you put it out there, exactly what kind of content you're putting out there, and exactly what you're using, you may actually elicit more viewers, more subscribers, because they know they're going to see something that's been done creatively and not something that's just regurgitated material asking an AI to make you a quick video for something. Like, stuff like this can take hours upon hours upon hours of generating till I get something that I like and something that I think will fit exactly what I want it to fit. But some of these content creators out here are just regurgitating crap. Like literal crap. I mean, it may look good. That cat may look like a cat till you notice that it's got 5 legs and it's missing a tail. Oh wait, that 5th leg was supposed to be the tail. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. How many people do you think didn't notice that? How many people do you think noticed that? It shows in the comments usually. there's always somebody out there who's going to believe something that's not true. Just because they don't think that somebody is just out to fake them or deceive them. And even if it's not your intent to do such, if you're letting them believe that, then you're still guilty of it. And I think that needs to change. Now, if people don't want to put disclaimers on their videos because they think, oh, that's going to hurt my subscriber rate, viewers are going to know that I'm not making these videos entirely myself. Well, then start putting more creativity and work into your videos. That's all there is. I write all of my lyrics. I take those lyrics, I take the story idea in my head, and I go through and I try to create an image or an idea for a video based on the lyrics that I've written. And hopefully I get something decent that people like. But when it comes to copyright, oh man, this is such a freaking crap topic, because the copyright system isn't correct. It's not perfect, and it's constantly changing. What is copyrightable and what isn't copyrightable? Well, if you're getting paid for something, you should at least copyright it. And a lot of the creators on YouTube, I would imagine, don't even know how to copyright something, much less have copyrighted anything to begin with. There are various ways to do this, and even more so now. But I just don't like this making video. I don't like it. I'm just cut, edit, drop. I'm getting long-winded, and I'm talking about something that I'm in agreement with, but I've got a few other opinions. Like, can somebody else use your content? I don't even think that's a copyright issue. Can somebody use your content? If they're using it in a fair use situation, regardless of whether it's copyrighted or not, I think it's a matter of not being a jerk and just using it to try to get paid off of their work. Now, should reaction channels be getting paid for reacting to somebody else's ideas? Well, let's take a look at that for a second. Outside of the AI content, just regular content or any content in general, if somebody is sitting down in the corner of the screen watching your video and then commenting every few seconds, are there people who are watching this video through the reaction channel and not watching the original video content themselves? Absolutely. 100%. And I see it completely in the debunking community all over the place. Because I don't watch Twin Paranormal anymore. I don't watch any of the channels accused of faking because I've seen it myself. Now, if I see them on a debunker's channel, and that's the only time that I watch their content. Is that fair to those channels? Probably not. But are those channels being open about their content and being honest about what they're doing. No. And that in itself should disqualify them from any copyright protection at all. If any of their copyright material is based on a lie, that copyright should be null and void. I would imagine that wouldn't be hard to convince a judge of in the court of law. But how many people actually want to take it that far? Because that could be a pretty costly ordeal. And if you have to represent yourself in court, hope you can talk well, because likely if somebody's got money to take you to court, they're going to go in with a lawyer that's knowledgeable about the law, and they're going to play all the loopholes in the law and throw it back on you. So it's a pretty crappy course. So if you're prepared for that type of resource, or a resource, maybe wrong word, that type of repercussion, and you're a reaction channel, somebody sends you a takedown notice, you normally just comply, right? Well, I'll just take it down, do another video, because it's just recycling content anyway. Whatever you can get away with is whatever you can get away with, and as long as YouTube says, okay, you're fine, until somebody says you're not fine, and then we're going to ask you to take it down. Now, I think YouTube's whole take on this is a bit on the offside. But some of these things don't need reaction videos. Like, do you need to watch somebody watching a music video? An actually copyrighted works music video that's actually 100% copyrighted by law. Like, they actually have, you know, a copyright license and all of that good stuff. Compared to somebody reacting to somebody who's put out YouTube content that doesn't have the ability to copyright the material, or even know how to, maybe. Should that reaction channel even exist? Well, there's people out there who don't mind watching it, don't mind seeing it. And if you're a personality like that, you can go out there and say, hey, this video is pretty cool. I like this. No, that's crap. That was stupid. No, this isn't good. Or, you know, there's always been those people out there who had the dreams of being Siskel and Ebert, or what's the brothers' names in the Muppet who stood up in the booth heckling all the time? You know, those guys. Always somebody out there who wants to rate things, judge things, give people their thumbs up or thumbs down on stuff. And these people are either gonna watch or not watch stuff because they like these people and they'll agree with them, or they'll not agree with them and they'll either watch the stuff or not watch the stuff. It's usually likely the second, because if they haven't found it on their own, they're likely not going to venture into it because of somebody they don't like talking about it. You know, I'm not even sure I've gone completely where I wanted to go with this, and I feel like I'm just rambling. But the fact is that AI is just a little kid. I mean, literally. This is the stuff that hangs up on the refrigerator of proud parents. And there are subtle ways to own stuff like this. You can get OpenAI productions like this doing the hard work locally on your own machine. And I do that sometimes, and some of it's okay like this. Some of it's, just kind of okay, that's an artsy, psychedelic look, but it fits with the music, so I'll allow that. I'll accept that, But if you do it on your own computer, and all the input is completely and totally yours, like, you don't go to an AI and say, I've got this music video, these are the lyrics, can you compose a prompt for my video to make this video good? That's just not enough interaction. And I think the courts would see it that way if you had to go to the court to get a copyright. But it doesn't work that way, and it's sad because the copyright system in itself really needs a complete overhaul. It needs to define what can and can't be copyrighted, and it needs to be made to where you don't have to bend over backwards and pay somebody to say that this material is yours. I mean, is copyright just another word for creators insurance? Is that something we need to start now? Creators insurance? Let me go out and buy some creators insurance for the next person who wants to react to one of my videos or wants to use one of my videos and remix it or alter it in some way, change something about it, and then try to call it their own. Like, let's just take this mask off and put a different mask on, and we'll say it's ours, and nobody will ever know because they don't watch this guy's channel. This is a little channel, and he doesn't even have 500 subscribers yet. So, I'm not worried about him retaliating on me if I use his content. His stuff's not copyrighted, it's all AI generated anyway. But there'll be that one time where this little copyright person is actually copyrighted and it'll bite him in the butt. And so what? All they have to do is just take the video down. No repercussions, no hardships, no damage. This person got 1 million views on their video that they stole from someone else, but they got paid for it. They were asked to take it down by YouTube for copyright. They took it down, and that was the end of it. And it's not fair. The copyright system isn't fair. It's not meant to be fair. It's meant for the people to get paid. The Copyright Office gets paid, they're happy. Now, they give you a little piece of paper type thing that you can use in the court, but then again, the government is the court. So basically they're getting paid again for you to defend yourself saying that this work is yours. Which means you have to file a claim. You have to actually go out of your way and spend money again in order to make money. Now, if you've got a shit ton of money just laying around in the basement or in a vault or at a bank somewhere on a desert island shore that nobody's ever heard of, sure, by all means, spend your money on a copyright. Spend your money on lawyers. Spend your money taking people to court for using your content. And put content out there that people want to steal and use. But if you're not, what's in it for you? Now, a lot of people do come to YouTube because they're creative. They've got thoughts, they've got ideas, and they want to share their creativity with the world. They're not just the creators who want to go out there and make money. And their passion is art. Their passion is the creation of art, making the art, and seeing that final piece of art after it's been created. And it's rewarding in that sense. Now, when they get to the point where they can start making money from it, that's a bonus. I mean, it's great. They should get paid if they keep doing it. Give them the opportunity to keep doing what they love. And there's so many supporters out there and so many great viewers out there who are supportive of the creative people in this entire ecosystem, which is great. But then you've got a lot of fraudulent people out there who see YouTube as dollar signs, and if I can make a viral video and be monetized, I can make millions of dollars. And that's what they think. So they go into it with that mindset, and they find AI, and now all of a sudden this creator becomes a lazy creator who's just using AI to do everything for them. They don't sit back, write a script, write a story, anything. They go straight to ChatGPT, write me a story about this. This is what's popular right now according to Google search, and this is what I want you to write me a story about. ChatGPT will regurgitate out a story that it creates, and it's pretty creative. It writes some great stuff. But if you don't put any human interaction into it, you don't go through and make that story your own, you shouldn't be able to copyright it. And I completely and totally agree now. But the question is, you had that thought, you had that idea, and you went to that AI and you created it with that tool. Is it any different than a musician going into a studio and sitting at a synthesizer, typing out a few keys on a keyboard, da 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 da. Hey, that sounds cool. Let's throw a drum into it. Switch it over to a drum sound. Add the drum sound in. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now I need some snares. Boom, 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 clap. Boom, 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 clap. Boom, 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 clap. Boom, boom, clap. Okay, now it needs some hi-hats to it. Boom, 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 clap. Boom, 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 clap. Boom, 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 clap. Boom, 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 clap. Boom, boom, clap. Boom, boom, clap. Boom, boom, clap. And it goes on until they're finally done with the piece. And you have this music composition that was created using a tool. Their interaction is what created that. Their thoughts, their ideas is what's created. Is that any different than going to an AI and doing it? Well, it's faster for one. But for two, you're not being as descriptive. Unless you actually are. Now, there are people who can put out long prompts. I mean, max length prompts to what an AI can tell and be extremely descriptive and detailed. I've done some story writing myself, not using GPT to write it, but using GPT to edit what I've written. And going back over it and looking at the edits and making sure that all the edits look good. You know, I need some description, some imagery, and I'm not really that great about it, but I've got the idea of the story in my head, and I know what I want to hear, and I know what I want to hear when I hear it. So, with all that in mind, is it copyrightable? Should it be copyrightable? I think 100% that it should. But, like everything, there are exceptions. Like, deep fake stuff should not be copyrightable. If you're using somebody else's voice, if you're using Morgan Freeman, for instance, that shouldn't be copyrightable. You shouldn't be able to make a character on the internet using somebody else's voice and getting away with it. I honestly think that all these deep fake voices need to be done away with. Make the people who are using these vocal tools use their own voice. Use your own voice. That's what I want. If Suno had... Suno is the AI that I use, by the way, for helping me create music from my lyrics. If Suno had a way for me to input my voice and learn from my voice, and everything that I did in my music would sound just like me, I would be completely happy, and I would be doing that constantly. And that would be the number one thing that I would be doing. Using my own voice, please. It's not something that I can afford just to go into a music studio and sit down with somebody who's going to cost me more than I've afforded in my entire life to make a song. And just make one song, much less an album. When I can do it for free using AI, and not just these AIs who are getting paid for subscribers in order for that content to be commercialized. Because there are AIs out there that can do this stuff that will work on your local machine. Can they do it as well? No. But if you know how to train it, and you keep training it over your own material, and you keep getting better, the AI will keep getting better, and eventually you'll have the same sort of setup that these big companies do, except for it'll be yours, and you'll own it, and everything that comes out of it will be completely copyrightable by you. Did this person make it? Yes. It's done locally on their own computer. How can that not be copyrightable? But if it's done on somebody else's engine, then I don't think that should be copyrightable. I mean, it's difficult to even fathom it because it's somebody's idea. But if the idea isn't original, if the idea is completely generated from somebody else's content or from another AI, then I don't think it should be copyrighted. And I'd be willing to bet that there aren't any AI videos on YouTube that have a copyright license. I'd be willing to bet that there aren't any paranormal videos on YouTube that have copyright licenses for their videos. Now, I could be mistaken. Some of these more wealthy content creators, like Twin Paranormal or freaking Puff Paranormal or let's see who else. Sam and Colby. maybe they are copywriting their material. Like actually getting copyright license for their videos before they put them out. Or are they just putting them out on YouTube and letting YouTube be their defense? It's not really copyrighted, but YouTube thinks it is because it's on their platform. And that's the whole problem with YouTube's copyright system. The AI assumes this is copyrighted. None of this is copyrighted. It's all free use, right here, 100%. Take clips, take shots, reuse it. It'd be really cool if you freaking, gave me a shout out for using my material. Am I gonna be mad? No. But honestly, if you use something of mine, I'm not gonna be mad about it. I just want to see it. I want to see it and laugh. Be like, yeah, I remember that. Ah, that's funny. Yeah. Hey, you did a good job with my material. I enjoyed that. That was cool. Thanks. Sharing, collaboration is the spirit that YouTube was supposed to be founded upon. Not fighting against each other as, this is mine. You can't use this. And then we're gonna shout, fair use. I've transformed your video, even though I'm playing clips from it. And a lot of people in the past have played entire videos and just reacted to the entire videos, pausing along the way, not skipping sections, not skipping boring parts, but showing it in its entirety. And I think that needs to change a bit. And it is changing from what I'm seeing. But the truth is, in the field of debunking, you need to show the proof in order to give your honest opinion upon what something is. If you think it's fake, or if you think it's not paranormal, you think it's something else, you need to show that in order to get other people to see your point of view. And that has to be something that is protected by fair use. Now, should they allow videos on YouTube with AI in these manners? They 100% should, because there's people out there who want to see them. They want to know what tools are out there that they can use for their creativity on their own channels and incorporate that into their creativeness and make their videos for their subscribers and their fan base to watch. But when it comes down to people faking, like making things that people are going to believe that aren't real, and they're not disclaiming, this isn't real, this is AI generated, it's just a story, people don't see that because they don't read the descriptions. So maybe YouTube should just start putting up disclaimers for anything that it determines has AI content in it. Do their viewers a justice by disclaiming for them exactly what it is that they're watching. Because I have no problems with disclaiming anything AI that I use or do. Now, put a disclaimer up in front of the video at the very beginning, is it going to get people to stop watching? Absolutely. People are going to not watch because they're going to see, disclaimer, this video was created by artificial intelligence, or artificial intelligence has been used in the creation of this video. There are some people out there who are just completely and 100% against artificial intelligence altogether, and they're going to turn away from it. But here's the kicker. If you're not disclaiming your content and it's artificially generated and people are watching it who wouldn't normally watch artificial intelligent videos, you are deceiving them. You are lying to them. And if you get paid for lying to these people, then you shouldn't be protected by copyright. You shouldn't be protected by anything, and your video should be disclaimed. Like every paranormal content creator out there who is claiming that they're getting scratched by demons, or that those knocks on the walls are coming from ghosts or spirits, or that thing on the spirit box wasn't just a radio signal that said, hey, free lunch at Joe's today, come eat here. Or, you know, that sound that they heard on an EVP wasn't somebody's zipper being zipped down because they were in the bathroom going to the bathroom. But it sounded like a demon from far away, but sound travels, and we all know that, right? No, we don't all know that. The fact is that a lot of us don't know half of the things that everybody knows, but we're learning, and we come here to learn. How many people out there come here because, hey, I've got a problem with my car. I'm not a car person, but I need to repair this, and I can't afford to take it to a shop, but I really need my car, and I've got to repair this. They come to YouTube, look up how to fix whatever their problem is, and they follow along with a guide on how to fix it, and they get the job done. It might not be perfect 100%, but most of the time they can get through it and get away with it. Or they might actually do a really good job and surprise themselves. I was one of those people who, I need to know how to do something. I'll come to YouTube and look up and see if I can find a video, because some people learn visually. Some people learn by hearing. Some people learn by just seeing. I mean, if you can read something and learn from it, great. Not everybody can learn that way. Everybody learns differently. And YouTube gives that opportunity. But are these tutorials copyrighted? Can you take a copyrighted tutorial and make your own? And it's completely fine because it's not theirs. Absolutely. You can completely and totally steal somebody's idea and do it all by yourself, and it's yours. Go in. If they got it copyrighted, so can you. Now, if they go and say that you used their idea and their idea is copyrighted, is that fair? I mean, say you never saw this person's video before and you're making a video on the exact same thing as they did, and you do it the exact same way because maybe that's just how it has to be done. And they strike your video saying, hey, this this is directly stolen from our video. YouTube looks at it and says, hey, yep, this looks exactly like their video, because the AI doesn't know different. It's not looked at by a human. Because, I mean, why would it be? There are so many videos going up onto YouTube that humans could not keep up with it. And I would feel sorry for anybody having to sit through 3 hours of paranormal content videos just to say, no, this is okay. This can go on YouTube. There's no copyrighted stuff on this. It's good. We're fine for this video. If a human had to do that, there might be a few videos a day on YouTube, but not in the mass quantity that they're making money off of commercializing this type of content. The whole thing that YouTube is looking at through its AI is, can we get paid to stamp a commercial on this? And will the people putting commercials on our platform want their commercials to be seen on this type of material? And there are a lot of advertisers out there who have strict requirements on what their content will be put out on. certain advertisers only want to be put out on certain content. Like, is this content educational? Because we're an educational advertiser, we want our content to be associated with education. So their advertisements go out on only that type of material. That's why there are niches on YouTube. So YouTube can do just this. But copyright, it's a shield. It's a get out of jail free card. It's a way of keeping people from getting paid off of something that they didn't, instead of getting paid for what they did do. Now, if a debunking channel, for instance, did a video on a paranormal group that they thought was faking, and they saw a string in the video, and they're calling out, hey, look, there's this string in the video. Could they do it without even showing the video? Absolutely. Just link the video in the description and the timestamps to all their debunks, and boom, presto, accomplished. Or they could make all the sections private for their debunks and link those in their descriptions. Would that not work? If something's privatized, it can't be monetized, so you're not monetizing somebody else's content because it's privatized. And you link it in the description so people can go and have a look and then come back to your video and see what you say or do. Oh, 100%. That would work. If I'm watching a debunking channel and a debunker says to me, check out the link in the description below, and after you've seen this clip at this timestamp, come back and I'll explain to you what I see. Interactive. Boom! You've achieved interaction. You've achieved your goal of getting people to see the other people's content. And you're given the opportunity to dispute the content without the hassle of copyright restraint. Because you didn't have to copy their video at all you had to do is link it with a timestamp. Link the video with a timestamp. Link the video with a timestamp. Just put it on your screen. Video link with timestamp. In the description below. Yeah, you're gonna get fakers a few more views, but enough people sees those descriptions, they're not even gonna need to see what you see, they're just gonna want to hear you say it. And eventually, those views will slow down until it gets to a point where, oh, well, I've never seen this person before, so they're gonna watch. So the views will trickle. And the content creators that you're debunking can't even copy claim you because you're not using their content at all. You're linking to it. Huh. Who would have thought? Using the copyright system against fake channels just by linking their video and using the thing that YouTube loves the most, interaction. Go for it. Okay, so I'm done ranting. Thank goodness, right? Well, if you have any comments, concerns, or questions, why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. While you're at it, hit that like, maybe even the subscribe button here somewhere. Up there, maybe, I don't know. I'm just guessing. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.